The child born with stars. In the small, peaceful village of Kora lived Nia and Amani, a couple known for their kindness and deep love for each other. For 20 long years, their home had been filled with prayers and hope, yet remained empty of the one thing they longed for: a child. Every evening, they watched the sunset together, silently wishing that the gods might bless them with a child. But the years passed, and still, no child came. The villagers whispered about Nia and Amani. Some said they were cursed, while others pitied them, offering words of comfort that only deepened their sorrow. Nia, though filled with sadness, never gave up hope. Every night, she prayed to the gods, asking them to fill the void in their hearts. One fateful night, under a sky so clear it seemed as though the heavens themselves were watching, everything changed. Nia had a dream in which an ancient goddess, her eyes glowing like the sun, spoke to her. "Your time has come," the goddess said. "You will bear a child, but she will not be like others. She will carry the stars on her skin, a beacon of hope in times of darkness." 9 months later, just as the goddess had foretold, Nia gave birth to a baby girl. But this was no ordinary birth. As Adia was placed in her mother's arms, the light from the night sky seemed to gather around her. Tiny specks of light stars shimmered across her dark skin, glowing softly. Nia and Amani were both awestruck. The miracle they had prayed for had come, but in a way they could never have imagined. The village gathered outside their hut, drawn by the strange, ethereal light pouring from within. When they saw the child, their eyes widened with wonder and fear. Some murmured that this was a sign from the gods. Others whispered that such a child could only bring misfortune. Nia and Amani, however, saw nothing but love in their daughter, whom they named Adia, meaning gift in the old tongue. As Adia grew, her parents showered her with love and care, protecting her from the fearful murmurs of the villagers. The stars on her skin were more than just a strange birthmark. They pulsed with energy, glowing brightest when she was happy, or when danger was near. By the age of 6, Adia had already shown signs of a deep connection to the natural world around her. When the rains failed and crops began to wither, Adia would stand by the river, her skin glowing like the heavens themselves, and soon after, the rains would come. Her parents marveled at her gifts, proud yet protective. Amani, ever the wise one, taught her that her powers were not just for herself, but for the good of the village, even those who feared her. Nia, who had waited so long for a child, embraced her daughter with a fierce, unconditional love, knowing Adia was special beyond measure. However, as much as her parents adored her, the villagers grew increasingly uneasy. Some believed Adia was too powerful, and there were whispers of jealousy and fear. A few said that no one should hold such abilities, that the gods had cursed the village by giving them a child born with the stars. Nia and Amani shielded Adia from these harsh words, but deep down, they worried about what the future would hold. Years passed, and Adia became known throughout the land for her beauty and kindness, but also for the mysterious glow of the stars that adorned her skin. People came from distant lands to catch a glimpse of the Star Child, some seeking miracles, others simply drawn to her radiant light. Despite the awe and fear she inspired, Adia remained humble, always using her gifts to help those in need. Then, one dreadful day, the peaceful village of Kora was plunged into darkness. The sky turned black, and an unnatural shadow fell over the land. The spirit of the void, a malevolent force long thought to be myth, descended upon the village. It was said that this being had the power to devour all light, leaving only endless darkness in its wake. The villagers panicked, running for shelter and leaving their homes abandoned. Even Nia and Amani, though brave, were gripped with fear, clutching each other as the world around them began to fade into shadow. But Adia stood firm. The stars on her skin, which had once flickered dimly, now blazed with an intensity that lit up the entire village. As the spirit of the void approached, its voice hissed through the air like wind through dead leaves. "I will take all light," it whispered, "including the stars you bear. There will be nothing left but darkness." Adia's parents rushed to her side, their faces pale but resolute. "We are with you, my child," Nia said, her voice steady despite her fear. "You are our light, and the gods have not brought you into this world to let it fall into darkness." Amani placed his hand on Adia's shoulder. You were born under the stars, Adia. You are the stars. Do not let this shadow take that from you. With her parents' words giving her strength, Adia stepped forward, her eyes glowing with determination. The stars on her skin flared, their light shining so brightly that it cut through the thick blackness surrounding them. You cannot take the light from this world, Adia declared, her voice ringing clear and strong. Because it is not mine alone. It belongs to my family, to my village, and to all who carry hope in their hearts. With a cry that echoed across the land, Adia raised her hands to the sky. The stars on her skin erupted into beams of pure light, piercing through the void. The spirit howled, writhing in agony as it was torn apart by the light that had once seemed so fragile. The darkness lifted, and the village was bathed in the warm golden glow of the stars once more. Nia and Amani, their eyes filled with tears of pride, embraced their daughter, the gift they had waited so long for, the light who had saved them all. From that day on, Adia was no longer just the girl born with stars. She was the protector of light, the savior of her people. And her parents, who had waited 20 long years for a child, knew that she had been worth every moment of the wait.